Hey y'all. We hadn't visited the birds lately, and as you can see I still haven't cleaned the bird lot up. That might be a week or two away because things are just very busy here right now. I fed them a little while ago. Look at these guys. I unplugged their light today because it's just way too warm for them. Hey babies. Hey littles. What's up? They say, no, don't bother us. Don't bother us. We've got things to do. Hi. This is the really scruffy stage. Bless. And they're weeks away from being able to go outside. But these girls come flying every time that door is open. So Chelsea and I this week will be building a little enclosure right here with the chicken wire. Just so that... Hi, darling. Now, that one's Dave. That one is Dave. And the reason I know that is because he doesn't have a divot on his head and his neck isn't wrinkled. What do you guys do? What are you girls doing in there? Huh? What are you doing in there making all that noise? But it's going to be warm, so I want them to be able to come outside. But to be separated from all of the big birds. We can't have the big birds bothering them. Look at this line of green already behind the geese. And last year I purchased some, I think it's called green lime. It's a natural product that you can put in the water and it will keep the algae under control. And it's something that I'll just take a cup or so once a week and just toss it over the top, and it will control that lime growth, or that algae growth. But yeah, it's a mud puddle. That's all you can say about it. It is a mud puddle, but they like their mud puddle. And no, we're not going to be doing anything to make it larger or deeper or anything. The only thing that I want to do is to bring rocks around and line the whole thing with rocks like that. And I do want to put some aquatic perennials in here. I'm hoping that maybe a few water lilies or something of that nature will help to clean the water up. My brother had suggested that we get some fish, that they would help clean it up. It's just, I don't think it's deep enough for fish to survive the winters. So I don't know. I mean, it's only a couple of feet deep. So anyway, we'll do some research and see if we can reach a point where it's a little less muddy. But and there comes Ryan. Ryan, are you sneaking up on me? That's Ryan and his girl. He thought he was going to sneak up on me. And if you're not watching them, I've only ever been pinched by them one time, but they will pinch the hound out of you. And the best way to stop them is you very quickly grab them around the neck loosely. You're not choking them by any means. And you swoop around their little belly and pick them up. And they hate that. They absolutely hate being picked up. But it does calm their drawers down for a little bit. So I have to do that every few months or so. Just pick one up and remind them that no, they're not allowed to pinch you. And then they're my buddy for a while. Look at those silly things. But yeah, I'm looking at all this mess in here and how I desperately want to get in here and clean it up. And look at the ducks over in the corner. And get started with the landscaping, the duckscaping. Because I'll be building those little shallow raised beds all the way around with the hardware cloth tops so that I can grow green in here for them. Because they are wanting something green to pick at. There's just not enough in here to keep them busy. So we've got to provide that for them. But It's not a beautiful enclosure, but it's functional and it will keep them safe. There comes another little mama duck. One of our little mamas. She's been almost defeathered, and she may be there was 2 chickens that flew across into the dog lot the other day. And thankfully, we rescued them before the dogs. It's a good thing that our dogs will stop when we tell them to, or they would have killed them. But I've got to put up across the top of the dog lot. I've got to put up the chicken wire. I'm just going to use 2-foot size, the 24-inch size, and that will add pretty good bit so that they can't fly in there. But yeah, these birds are a lot of trouble, y'all. I just gotta say, they are a whole lot of trouble. And right now, a whole lot of them over here under the coop. A whole lot of them are in the nesting boxes. You can see them under there, hanging out, doing their thing. Some of them are dust bathing. Bless. Seriously, I do need to put them a sandbox in here. I am going to do that. Put them a sandbox in here so they'll have something to actually dust bathe in. And I want to build them some little roosting poles out here. There's going to be a lot of things planted in here for them to nosh on and to hide under. To find shade under. They have plenty of little spots with shade, along the back of the fences. Hi, mama girl. Hi, darling. What you doing? Where you going? She's such a pretty chicken. There comes Miss Prissy. She's one of the 2 that can fly out. The other one is Cinnamon, and she may be out right now. I don't see her. Nope, there she is. She's the one over there under the ramp. Just right there, she goes inside. She's going to go inside and lay an egg, but she can fly out. And right now, we have a rooster war going on, and it's really so sad to me. Because, of course, Chuck coming here, he's the son, and Georgie, the big white one, he is the daddy, and the 2 of them are doing rooster things. And Chuck will not allow George to be in here during the day. So in the morning, Hugh comes and opens up the little houses and lets them all out. And one of the first things that George does is jump over the fence, and he stays out all day long. So it's Ferdinand stays out with him most of the time. But occasionally Miss Prissy and also Cinnamon will go out here with him because they're 2 that can fly over. So it's going to be, I'm concerned when I get the chicken wire up and he can't fly out anymore. I'm debating on whether, and there he is. I'm debating on whether I need to find him a home. I like Chuck with the chickens because he's more gentle. He's more gentle with the chickens. Georgie's kind of a brute, and he defeathers them quite a bit. But he's such a beauty. I call him the Intimidator. I've told y'all that before. I don't know where Ferdy's at. I saw him a little while ago. Move, baby. Watch out, I'm coming out. I'm coming out. Don't get rough. You don't turn your back on. Well, I do turn my back on when I'm walking away, but if I hear him scooting up too close, I'll turn around and just tell him he's not going to be a brute. But he is an intimidator. He likes to just kind of follow you closely, let you know he's right there. But it does make me sad that he has to be by himself out here. I guess I need to just see if I can find him another little home. And I hate to do that. So right now I feed him and give him water over under the sawmill shed. Yeah. When we get all these plants started, we're going to take a week and just clean up all of the wood and all of the metal The metal's collecting again. Hugh and I took off a load of metal last week, and also the old Jeep. But Hugh's been ripping. He's like a madman when it comes to chicken wire. He is ripping the chicken wire off of everything. He hates chicken wire because he's one of those dudes that will take his weed eater and cut off underneath of the wire fence. And it makes sense in one respect, because cattle, if there's grass growing up under the fences, and they still want to stick their head through and eat the grass on the other side of the fence because it's green. But if there's grass growing up in the fences, they're trying to eat it. And so they break the fence, they break the wire and things like that. So he likes to keep the weed eating done underneath the fences. And you can't weed eat when you've got chicken wire attached to the fence. It's just a mess. But so anyway, that needs to be done. And you know, I grew these 3 little pots of mint, or not grew them, but I saved some. That one, I don't even think there's a piece in there. There's some in that one and some in both of those, so that I could put it back over here. And that was foolish, because mint will find a way. Absolutely. I don't think you can kill it. Its roots grow underground. And so even with the black plastic, look where it came up. Over here, I got to move this and clean out a little bit. Hugh moved some of the wood off of it the other day, and the wind blew it off. So you can see there's a little bit of stuff growing under it, but not bad. It's not as bad as it would have been. But look at the mint. It found the sunlight on the very edges, and it absolutely is coming up. Oh my goodness. So it was pointless to try to make sure that I saved some, because it saved itself. It saved itself. And then now down here, of course, all the little plants that the chickens didn't get, they're coming on. They're going to do fine. And then the ones that still need to go in the ground, I'll probably just put them over here. Go ahead and take up this black plastic and just stick them in the ground, because I don't have really any place specific for them. But let me take you on the porch real quick and show you what's going on there. And then I've got to get busy. Chelsea will be back this evening, and this rest of this week, oh my goodness. We have soil blocks to make. We have to get our sunflower started and our zinnias started. And these marigolds, it looks like they're going to need to be pinched. The marigolds are way bigger than they should have been at this point. But one thing I've got to remember is that the soil blocks, everything grows much faster. You can shave off whatever the packet tells you will take for germination. You can probably shave off a full third of that when you're using soil blocks. There's just, you know, the airflow is better, the water penetration is better. This is one of the ones that Noble stepped in, but it's doing all right. And this is lemon basil, I think. I've got a couple different types of basils. There's marigold over here. This is slow, but this is the bee balm, or the monarda rather. Well, it's the same thing. The salvia. And then, let me see. Let me get over here so I can read my tags. Okay, oh, the celosia. My celosia seed were old. And this is my fault, because Chelsea was the one feeding these trays. And I told her, I said, I had celosia seed left from last year. So I told her, I said, go ahead and use those old seed first, and then we'll break into the new that I bought this year from Johnny's after we get those used up. That wasn't a good idea, because they probably were a couple of years old at that time. There's some more salvia. There's some celosia feather, and that's probably the newer seed. And then let me see. There's some more lemon basil. And down here some more lemon basil. I got a lot of basil coming on. And then there's my only tray of Gumfrina, and I don't know why I was stingy with that, but I want to grow another whole tray of Gumfrina. And then over here on these shelves, these little guys, Azuratum. I love the Azuratum. It's just a really bright splash. It's a small feather or a fuzzy looking little plant, but bright purple. So I have several of the Azuratum. There's some more of the old Celosia seed. But I'll use what has came up. But anyway, yeah, this little porch is probably not much more than 4 foot wide or deep, and then probably about, 12 feet, 15 feet wide at the most. So it's very crowded for what I'm trying to do out here. And I'm hoping that within the next couple of months that we will have a grow room built downstairs, so that or probably it won't be till this winter, but we'll have a grow room downstairs, so I'll have more room to maneuver, and all of this will be just much more pleasant, not quite so crowded. But I am thankful that I have the space that I do have, so I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it will be lovely when it's a little bit less crowded. All right, y'all. It is a beautiful day here. It is going to be hot, especially after the coolness of the last couple of days. We were down, I don't know, in the high 20s at night a couple of days. And then also not much more than 40 during the day, and it was windy, and the wind just sent a chill through you. So I'm looking forward to this beautiful day, getting these little plants in the ground, sifting some more dirt on the porch, and I need to go up and check on my peas. They've got to be netted pretty soon, so they'll have something to run on. But Mr. Best has been running around all over the place this morning. That man, he has a bee in his bonnet. I don't know what he's doing, but he's busy. I just have seen him zooming around all over the place, on the tractor and off the tractor. So just enjoy the beauty of where you live. I think that every place I've ever been in my life has its own unique beauty. And so get outside, soak up the day. Hopefully your day is more filled with a little bit of sunshine and just early spring beauty. And I will talk to you soon. Love you.